In today's vlog, I want to take you on a more personal journey. While junk journaling is such a big part of my creative life, there's another side of my world that has deeply influenced every area of my life: fitness. I'll be sharing how this journey has shaped me into a more confident, open, and joyful person, while also sprinkling in some fun junk journaling content for my fellow creatives. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfy, and let's dive in together. Welcome, it's Barbara from Vienna, Austria. So if you're just here for the junk journal inspiration, feel free to skip ahead to that section, no hard feelings. But I hope you'll stick around for the whole journey because these two passions, while seemingly unrelated, have a lot more in common than you might think. So you might rightfully be wondering why I'm posting fitness content on my junk journal channel, but I feel it's all connected and I want to share it with you for two main reasons. Firstly, it is such a huge part of my life in the meantime, and it has built my confidence and changed my mindset in all other areas of my life, including posting more personal things on Instagram and generally being a much more open and happier person. I have been challenged again and again with exercises I thought I could never do, and I succeeded with every single one. Of course, with the help of my coach. What a great life lesson. And secondly, through many of your comments on Instagram, I have realized my journey has motivated you to do better and to take your health more seriously. And this is incredible. And I'm so blessed and humbled to be part of your journey as well. So I started my fitness journey a year ago. I was unhappy with myself and I felt miserable in my body. I felt like I had tried everything and nothing stuck. The day I decided to invest in a personal coach at my local gym absolutely changed my life. I started off so timidly and insecure walking into that beautiful gym for my first practice training with my coach. With his expertise, he gently guided me through a training program, and he was always there to support me physically as well as emotionally. I have literally left blood, sweat, and tears at that gym, which is now like my second home. Just 6 weeks into the program, I broke a rib during one of the exercises. And after a checkup, I found out I had osteoporosis. So you can probably imagine my world shattered, and I really thought I could not continue with the training because I feared I would keep breaking my bones. But after a 2-month break, in which I continued with my cardio on the treadmill, I was actually able to continue my strength training with the encouragement and guidance of my coach, and obviously with the blessing of my doctor. So this is me a year later, and I feel better and stronger than ever. I so wish I could send you my coach to wherever he's needed, but you would have to promise me to send him back because I definitely need him here as well. But in all seriousness, I would highly recommend looking into getting a personal coach that you click with, that you can learn to trust, because it's one of the best investments you will ever make, I promise you. So I'm back from my cardio at the fitness center. Obviously, I've showered and changed. I've had a protein shake on the way home. If you want to know more about what I add to my protein shake, please see my Instagram stories. One of the highlights that I have on my Instagram account, I'll show you what that looks like here, is called Unstoppable. This is where I post my fitness content and also some meals, as well as what I add to my protein shake. So if you want more information about that, please go there. I will link my Instagram account for you below. Also, if you want more fitness content, you can see that content in my Instagram stories, mixed with everything else in my life, basically. It's a mixture of junk journal content, food content, fitness content, some thoughts and reflections and everything. So if you want more of my daily life, that is the place to go. So it's almost 2 p.m. and I want a quick, healthy, balanced meal, which has a good balance of protein, carbs, and fat. So I'll simply make myself some eggs. I have half a piece of tofu left, and then I'll make myself a nice salad. And one thing I really love to add to my salads, as well as lots of other dishes, is cilantro. I love cilantro so much. It adds so much flavor. There's some red cabbage for my salad as well. And I just realized I actually also have some zucchini or courgettes, depending on where you are. That's too much work now. I'll do that another day. I also have a spring onion that I'll add to the eggs. And I'll also add half an avocado to my salad for some more healthy fats. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. This is actually hilarious. I don't think I've ever done this. You know, before I started my fitness journey a year ago, and I know I'm not alone in that, I always thought that I had to cut down the carbs and cut down the fat so that I could lose weight. But in the meantime, I know that is totally the wrong way to approach it. But I also know it is really, really difficult to figure out yourself what is the right amount of which macro. And to this day, this is something I cannot do, which is why I realized how important it is to have a personal coach who doesn't only give me a fitness plan, but also a meal plan. Well, in my case, I'm actually not following his meal plan. He gives me the macros. So he says, for example, you have so and so many calories. So at the moment, in case you're interested, at the moment I have 1,800 calories a day approximately. And he'll give me the split up, like the percentage of how many carbs, how much protein, and how much fat. And as long as I stay within those parameters, and I track that with the app called MyFitnessPal, which I've been using for years, and I just absolutely love it. So as long as I stay within those parameters, I choose myself what I eat rather than following specific recipes, because that is too restrictive for me, and I know what I'm doing. I actually, many of you don't know this, but I actually have a certificate as a nutritional coach. So that was a course I did after school, which took 2 years. I never actually practiced it, but it was awesome to have this knowledge for myself, and I'm greatly benefiting from it now. So next I'll cut up some tofu. But I have to weigh it first, because one thing I really had to get used to, and this was a huge challenge, is to weigh everything. Because otherwise you don't know what you're eating. So 170 grams of tofu. And I will put that later in my fitness app. Never ever did I think I could do this for a year, and I'm continuing to do it, to track everything I eat. Because that's not very fun, as you can imagine. But, you know, when you see that it works and you see the result, it's so worth the effort. I'm obviously lucky enough to work from home, so I can easily do this. I really have no excuse to not track my food. If I was still working in an office, I would prep my food in advance and take that to work so that I know what I'm eating instead of eating at the cafeteria or wherever. That, for me, would be a recipe for disaster, because I would have no clue what I'm eating, and most definitely I would overeat. And yes, it takes getting used to. Yes, it's annoying at the beginning, but it has become such second nature that I feel weird when I don't track my food. It's come to that point. So with this method of tracking my food and my fitness routine, I have lost so far 17 kilos in a year. So that means it's been slow, which is great. You don't want to lose fast, because then you'll probably gain it again fast. So I love that I lost it in a very healthy, very slow way, although it can be frustrating at times when you want it to move faster. But you always have to trust the process. And I'm so grateful, and I never want to go back to how I was a year ago, because I was miserable. And I'm also not scared of adding fat anymore. Of course, I do my best to add healthy fats. So this is a tablespoon of very good quality organic olive oil. And I realize how blessed I am that I can work from home. This wasn't always the case. Many of you that know my channel for longer know that I used to work in offices basically all my working life until I started my creative business. Well, I started my YouTube channel April 2018, and I went full-time with the addition of my online shop in fall of 2019. So since then, this is my job and this is my business. and it was the best decision of my life, or one of the best decisions in my life for sure. And I'm thankful for it every single day, because I know what it means not to have that freedom, not to feel fulfilled in your job, to just do the 9-to-5 grinding and not living your life to the fullest. And I'm done with it. And I'm proud of myself for having the courage to do this. And I also have no financial backup. So if this doesn't work, probably my only chance is to go back to work in an office if I can still find a job. So this is how I finance my life. It's how I pay my rent, how I do everything. There is no other backup for me. And I'm so proud I was able to do this and have the courage to do it. Of course, this is all with your amazing support. So if you weren't here watching this, I wouldn't be here being able to make a vlog like this. So I will forever and every day feel grateful that we have this amazing community and that you are part of my life and that we have this connection, even more so actually on Instagram, because there we can send each other direct messages, and I feel like it's a closer contact than here on YouTube, although of course my YouTube will always be my baby, because this is where I put all my heart and soul into. So let's add some spices to the tofu here. Did you actually know how important it is to have about 35 different fruits, vegetables, herbs every single week? And if it wasn't for herbs and spices, I think this would be super challenging, but adding those really makes it quite easy. Something else I'm working on is reducing salt. This is one of my biggest challenges. I love salt, and what is food without salt, right? I cannot completely get rid of it, obviously, but I'm really doing my best to reduce it. And tofu is great because it picks up all of the flavors very easily that you add to it. And it's a great source of vegan protein. Obviously, I have eggs, which are not vegan. But whenever I can, I love to add vegan sources of protein. But I have recently also enjoyed eating more prawns, which is something I did not grow up with. And I learned through my hubby. And I love them now if they're done in a certain way. So I eat those more often now. They're a great source of lean protein. Let's add some of this beautiful cilantro into the eggs as well. And the rest will go into my salad. I would love it if some of you could add your healthy habits to the comments below so that we can all inspire each other and make 2025 our healthiest, happiest year ever. Avocado is of course another great source for happy fats. Oh my goodness. Are they happy fats? I don't know. But they're healthy fats for sure. I think I prefer happy fats. Oh my goodness. And of course I'm weighing this as well. Obviously I could just say, okay, half an avocado has approximately so and so many calories. But that's not me. If I do something, I will do it precisely. And I cannot live without lemons or limes. I prefer limes over lemons. I like the taste better and the fact that I don't have to deal with the seeds. And I also like to add some nutritional yeast, which is a great vegan source for B vitamins. And my absolute favorite salad dressing is 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon of good quality balsamic vinegar. That with a little bit of salt and the lime. Mwah! So good. I could eat salad 3 times a day. I'm such a salad junkie. And my source of carbs for this meal is just some dark bread. Not the most ideal choice, but it's within the macros. I didn't want to bother cooking potatoes or anything like that today. And the most important thing about this meal is after this meal, I get to have 1 piece of dark chocolate. At the moment, I'm loving this 85% bitter chocolate. So let's take this to the dining room and enjoy the lunch. Usually I will watch something on YouTube while I eat. Since there currently is nothing new out from dear Louisa, my friend Louisa Heinzel, I see there's a few videos I haven't watched from one of the booktubers I follow. Her name is Larry, and the handle is Larry Reads. I will link that for you below. Larry and I don't have the same taste in books, but she's hilarious to watch. So I'll choose one of her videos and watch that while I enjoy my lunch. So I'm back in my craft room, and the next task on my to-do list for today is preparing some scraps. If you have followed Defemorember, the series that I co-host together with my dear friend Louisa Heinzel for making fun ephemera and making you think outside of the box during December, then you will know that there is a giveaway in which you can win scrap packages from both Louisa and myself. The deadline for adding comments to be eligible for the giveaway is unfortunately already passed by the time you see this video, and the drawing will be on the 17th. So I want to make sure I get those packages ready to go. So these were all of Louisa's scraps that are left over from Defemorember. So these are the ones I did not use. Those will be divided into 2 packages, and then I will fill up each package so that each package contains 50 scraps in total, so that there will be 2 winners, and each winner will receive a mixture of Louisa and my scraps. So these are complete now, and I thought I would put these into these bags here that are left over from Defemorember 2022, I think it was, when we had the snacks. So these are the last 4 bags that I had. I don't know which ones are the prettiest. Maybe this one here. And let's take this one here with the crow. And then I'll also add one of my stickers. So these are round stickers with my logo, and also a business card of mine for each winner. And of course, I will also add a personal note once I know who the winners are. So these are ready to go and waiting for the winners. So then my next task is a bit of a daunting one, because I think it's going to take quite a while. So I have here my completed, well, not completed, but my Defemorember journal, of course, made by sweet Louisa, with the very cute panda bears here on the front. And I want to prepare this for the flip through that is coming up together with the giveaway drawing on the 17th. But what I still want to add is some of your comments. And I will do that by adding some cards and envelopes. This is a mixture of random things I have been hoarding and some Happy Mail items, which are perfect for adding comments onto to stick in here. I am a bit worried that this is going to become a complete gator mouth. It already is a little bit. It's going to get a lot worse, I have the feeling. But on the other hand, I do have quite a few pages here that don't have anything on them yet at all. And that's not the state I want to keep it in. So I will tackle that now. So these are some of the items I have chosen to add to my journal. So I have here a coin envelope made out of a bird book image. I think I made that one myself, if I'm not mistaken. I can't even remember. These are cute envelopes from Happy Mail. So I can add some paper in there with some comments. There's another one. This is just a fun postcard I bought at one point and then never did anything with it. So perfect to add a comment to. A children's book page. This might have been sent to me. I don't remember. I could add a piece of paper to the bag. And if you're wondering what you could do with your empty journal pages for December, you could also stick some other elements inside, and obviously you're not going to have YouTube comments if you don't have a channel, but maybe you can add your thoughts about the prompt or thoughts about December or just random things that are going on in your life or memories from December. There's so many things you can add. Maybe just want to add a few photos from December or recapping the year 2024. A random vintage photo. Just random postcards. And of course, this is such a mishmash of style for in here, and I love it. I don't want to have the same style throughout my whole journal. I just have to cover up an address there. This is from an old record. This is a handmade envelope. This one I was gifted. This is another envelope that I made. Van Gogh postcard. No, what am I saying? Egon Schiele postcard. And another random postcard. If this happens to be your first time hearing about December, I will link the playlist from this year. Nope, last year. I have not gotten used to it being 2025 yet. From last year below for you, where you can see how Louisa and I made these journals for each other step by step, and how we filled them, how we tackled each prompt. There's a prompt list. I will also link the December info page where you get the prompt list and all the other information, the playlists for both Louisa and myself, the printables we used, etc., etc. It's all there. Now, I'm not saying I have to cover up every single page, but for example, this here is boring. So I definitely want to add something here. Most of these are probably going to be flip outs so that I can read the comment on the back. Unless it's like an envelope or something, then obviously I can stick the envelope. Well, this one I probably wouldn't stick. I don't know what I'm doing. So let's just take it one step at a time. I'll just add this one here. And what I'm going to do is I have my laptop here. And I'm going to go through each December video. So this would be the one from December 2nd, which was the first one. And I will scroll through these comments. In this case, there's 296. Thank you so much for all of you who have left comments on my videos. And I will choose a couple to add by hand to my journal. Of course, this has nothing to do with which comments we're going to pick for the giveaway. Those are going to be random with a random comment picker, but you'll see that once we have the giveaway. So then I'm going to take the opportunity to use some of my washi tape, which needs to be used, and attach my postcard that way. But I will, of course, add some glue stick to the back because washi tape is, of course, not meant to hold permanently. So in order to change that, we need to add some glue. Otherwise, I'm going to be very annoyed looking through this a couple of years from now and finding that everything has come apart. We don't want that. Nope. I'll also add one to the inside because that just makes it so much more sturdy. So then I have this beautiful envelope made out of a vintage leather. So I can definitely add a comment in here. But this doesn't look so great because I tried to tear away the addresses. I have these left over. These were from one of my printables during December. I will link these for you below in case you want to have a look at these girls. There are 2 sheets with these style of girls. Some are also in color like these, and I happen to print mine on sticker paper. So I could add these here and maybe add something else like some washi underneath to keep using my washi. I really love this one here. Please don't ask me where I got this. I've had these forever. And I haven't bought washis in a really, really long time because I haven't been using them. And of course, this makes my journal again very cohesive because I've used these stickers for some of my prompts. So this element won't look so foreign in this journal. And then why don't we stick a butterfly on top here? Trying to use up things that I have had in my stash for a long time. And the glue on this thing is a catastrophe because I spent about 15 minutes now trying to clean out my glue bottle, this one here, because the glue is just not coming out. And I was this close to throwing it out the window. You know those moments? I don't know what's wrong. It doesn't seem clogged, but it is. And it's just driving me crazy. Anyway, this will clear. This will dry clear once it's dry. So how do we do this? I could just put it in as an extra page. That way I could still see both sides of this beautiful envelope and not lose this beautiful stenciling here. Of course, it adds more bulk and it doesn't solve the problem that I actually wanted to put something here on this page. Or I just add it as a flip. Not ideal because it's kind of too wide. I could just shorten it. And what does that help me? If I only knew what I was trying to do here. You know what? I'm going to make my life easy and just glue it on. Because the glue has just cost me my patience. Let's try this without the tip. Oh, and now it's actually a double pocket. That's okay as well. This is kind of totally the wrong direction now, but I will live with that. This journal is not about perfection, obviously. Okay, so that can now go in here. Oh, I love how all these colors go together. How beautiful. That can go in the envelope, and if I feel like it, I can later stick something in here as well. This one here, I remember, yeah, I left empty on the back, so I can write something here as well. So I've added one there, and that can go back into this fun pocket. So I will continue doing so for most of these pages, I guess. Oof, I don't think I'll finish that today. So if you want to see all the things I've added, and maybe I'll read some of the comments I added as well, then please tune in on Friday the 17th for the flip through and the giveaway drawing. And for the flip through this time, Louisa and I have also decided we're going to answer some fun questions about the prompts, like which is your least favorite and why, or which one challenged you the most, which one was more surprising, some of these things. And we'll do it in a way so that some of you who have also made videos, but also those who have not made videos, who are just doing this by themselves at home can answer these questions for themselves. I think that's a fun way to wrap up December. So I've spent about an hour adding things to this journal. I will continue this the next couple of days. But in the meantime, I want to fully move from my old planner into my new planner. So this is the one I've been working in until end of December. And even though this one actually goes up until January 5th, I want to actually move into this new planner starting January 1st so that the new planner starts with the first of the month. If you're interested in seeing how I made this one and have not, I will link the Plan With Me January video for you below. And in case you want to see how I make these planners, these are made out of grocery paper bags covered in fabric, then please see the other video linked below named Got a Paper Bag, where I show you step by step exactly how I make the cover, how I include the signatures, how many pages per signature, how I include the other papers inside, and what the whole concept is. So it's all there. So the first thing I want to add into my December signature is this movie ticket. So we saw Wicked, my BFF and I. We were not very thrilled. But that was probably our own fault more than anything. Oh, no, what am I doing? That's not what I wanted to do. So I want to add this envelope that I have made in another video, which I will link for you below. I made 3 different envelopes. This would be another one, and the other one, I don't remember. Did I put it in here? Let me see. I really don't remember what I did with that. If you want to see more about this particular planner, I will link my Plan With Me playlist for you below as well, in case you want to see how I work in this planner, what I include, my thoughts and everything. Yeah, this was the 3rd envelope. So if you want to see how to make those, see the video linked below. And this one I'm just simply going to glue onto this little flap here so that I can stick the ticket inside. But going back to Wicked, so what we didn't realize going into this was, first of all, I mean, really silly on our part. We didn't realize how much singing there would be, because it is a musical, I guess. So yeah, that's definitely our bad. And also, something else we should have known before going in and not be surprised about is that it doesn't have an ending. So at the end, so you watch like, I don't know, what was it, 2 hours, 40 minutes or something crazy like that. And then at the end, it's like, to be continued. We're like, what? We just endured over 2.5 hours of singing, and now you're telling us you don't have an ending? Yeah, we were very annoyed. But totally our fault. If you loved it, then I'm happy you loved it. I mean, the 2 girls were cute. The costumes were amazing. The singing was actually really good. They did such a good job. I couldn't get over how different the story was to the original Wizard of Oz. Anyway, it was an experience. I don't have anything here yet, nor do I actually have anything here for my to-dos, but I guess I didn't have any to-dos other than work on December, so I'm just going to skip the to-dos here. On this page here, maybe I will just add this with a little collage in the background. This is, as you can see, from a tea bag, or a tea bag was in here, and this is tea from Egypt. It's hibiscus, which I love, 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 and I brought some home with me, so I wanted to keep this in here, but this looks kind of boring, doesn't it? So let's add some collage elements behind the tea bag. Pink would be nice, wouldn't it? I'm going to not overthink this and just glue stuff down, because it's been a long day. I'm tired, but I want to get this done. So let's not spend so much time overthinking everything. Oh, this heart. Yeah. Music paper always works, doesn't it? I have not even started creating a new kit yet for February, which kind of makes me nervous. But I really needed this break now after December. So I'm trying not to feel too guilty about having taken some days off because I really, really needed that. Oh, I see some wallpaper here that might just be perfect. Look, look, look. Oh, I love that. Let's just do that. Okay, one more piece here and then we got it. I also have this wallpaper. Wallpaper in general is just perfect for collages. I have quite a few books I was lucky enough to get from a store. Sometimes you really just have to ask and they will be so happy to give you things just because they don't know what to do with them. So let's glue this down. And then I need to figure out what to put in here because what's the point of having a blank pocket? Oh, this is coming apart. No problem. We fix things, don't we? So I found this printable here. This is from my... Oh, which one is it? Wait a second. I think it's from my Klimt's Winter Girls ephemera. And I want to punch out a circle. I think that will fit in here if I punch it with this 2-inch circle. And I chose this image because for me this, oh, it's perfect. This represents my hubby and myself on my trips to Egypt when I get to visit him like I did last November. And this tea was actually from that trip. So that's just perfect. I will just put that in here like a little treasure. And that's that. These entries I will carry over to the next planner. This here is still empty. And I need to finish my fitness tracker. I don't know yet what to do with this. I will figure that out later. But for now, I just want to finish my fitness tracker entries. So I usually put my trainings into my calendar on my phone. Usually I would just take it directly from my phone. But since I'm filming with my phone, I just put them down here and I can transfer them to here. I put all my strength trainings in purple and my cardio is in orange. And this tracker is a freebie, by the way, which I will also link for you below. You can also find it under all of my current Plan With Me videos. And I have to say, I am super proud that both my BFF and I kept up with our fitness routines through the holidays. This is the wrong color. I'm just gonna go with it. This is too orange. I'll just make these more orange. We didn't skip any workouts. My BFF just started training as well with the same fitness coach that I have in the same fitness center. But when I'm at her place, and I stayed at her place like over the holidays for quite a few nights, then there's a closer fitness center near her place where we go. So it's so fun after a year of doing this alone that now I get to do some of the trainings with her. Obviously, doing anything together with your BFF is more fun. And seeing my trainings here in a chart like this is so much more motivating than seeing it written down like this or just having it on my phone. This is what makes me proud. This is what makes me want to also go to the trainings because I don't feel good when this is empty. You know what I mean? Like, it's just another thing to motivate me. I mean, thankfully I am motivated anyway, but this is just an addition. And in my book, literally in my book, in my planner, anything that motivates me is a plus. So yay, go me. That just makes me happy. And the other thing I still also need to fill out is my step tracker at the beginning here. Do I need to mention how satisfying this is? This makes me happy, and this will keep me going during January, because every time I think, should I walk? I will think of my tracker and how happy it will make me to fill in these bars. Okay, so that's all I am doing today. And that concludes today's vlog as well. Love you guys. Mwah! Mwah!